Good morning, everybody. Today we have 1 Samuel chapter 7, and most of this chapter is about Samuel judging Israel. And Samuel, of course, was the prophet for about, I think it says somewhere in here, about 20 years or so. He judged Israel, but he judged Israel his whole life. And you know, we've been watching Samuel since birth, and which is, you know, just really cool to see this man just chasing after God, and you know, what has raised him up as a leader. And you know, we see here in verse 3, we see that when Israel is having an issue, here's Samuel as a leader. He says, "If you return to the Lord with all your hearts, then put away the foreign gods and the Ashtoreths, which is Canaanite goddess." He says, "Put that away from among you, and prepare your hearts for the Lord, and serve him only, and he will deliver you from the hand of the Philistines." So the children of Israel put away the Baals and the Ashtoreths and served the Lord only. And the Lord did. He caused the thunder to come down and push away the Philistines, and Israel started getting some of their property back, and you know, some of their livelihood and all of that back. But you know, Samuel, it appears, is just very, very set on serving the Lord. And what I really want to get into today is the last verse, verse number 17. It's not a long chapter. It's only 17 verses. It says, "But he," meaning Samuel, "always returned to Ramah, for his home was there. There he judged Israel, and there he built an altar to the Lord." I'm just looking at that going, what a marvelous concept. He built an altar to the Lord in his home. And I wonder, do we apply that same thing? You know, is our homes an altar to the Lord, or is it a den for sin to go on? And you see how devoted Samuel was. He built that altar in his home. You know, truthfully, I believe our entire home should be an altar to the Lord. I believe that everything we should do, that we do, should honor the Lord. Yeah, let me not say one. There's a couple ways that sin really comes in and we don't even notice it. Our television and our telephones. Our cell phones and our televisions. What do we allow to come into our homes through those two electronics right there? Let's throw your computers in there too. What do we allow? We can make our homes an altar to the Lord, but when we bring this stuff here, when we bring these goddesses here, these other idols into that altar, into our homes, we are perverting what is meant for God. And so we need to watch it. We need to watch what we allow into our homes by way of the internet, by way of the television, by way of cable. I mean, you know, not everything on basic television is good for you. There's a lot of trash out there. There's a lot of stuff out there that can consume your time that could be better spent doing something for the Lord or getting closer to God. You know, if you spend time on the television but you don't have time in prayer, what is your God then? If you spend time searching through Facebook but you don't spend time in prayer, what is your God? Okay, and I'm not even saying that you have to look at nudity and just porn and swearing, and I'm not saying you need to look at that. I'm not saying that. I'm not even including that stuff. Just talking about your time. Is your time an altar to God? You know, what takes up your time in place of spending time with the Lord? Because I promise you, if God's not as close as you want him to be, he's not the one that moved. Have a super day, guys. I love you all.